classes that I had fun teaching. And then now, like when I am creating my new classes, I do pay more attention to where are the students buying my courses. And I see that one of my most popular courses is this big photography course that I taught recently. And so I got another friend to co-teach the class with me on how to do wedding photography. And that course did really well. So picking like a big topic like photography and then kind of branching out into specific topics like wedding photography or photo editing and trying to cross promote those courses. That's kind of what I do now. So I do a bit more kind of trying to figure out what course is going to sell. Obviously I'm working full time now, so I kind of have to make money from this now. So that's more important than it was before when I had a full-time job, just doing it for fun, really.
Yeah. And so do you find your market telling you what kinds of courses they want, or kind of do you get any clues or hints from your existing students as to what they might want? That's
a great question. I actually recently, like a few months ago, I posted a question on all of my popular courses saying, I said, here are a bunch of topics I can teach classes in. Do any of them relate, or do any of them interest you? Or are there other topics that you might be interested in? And I got a lot of feedback. So for me, it was really good to actually just ask my students, what are you interested in? What do you need help with? And I got good responses. So that's why I did the wedding photography class and why I did a DSLR video course. So getting that feedback has been great. Another way that I get feedback is when someone subscribes to my email list on my website, I'll send a follow-up, like automatic response a day or two later that asks the person, what can I help you with? What are you looking for from my website? And that gives me a lot of ideas for blog articles to write, but also courses that I can teach.
That's awesome. So you are surveying your market and they're telling you what they want to see. Do you happen to have any courses on how to make money with photography?
So in the photography masterclass, which is what it's called, there's a section on like how you can make money in different ways, like selling stock photography. There's a little section on wedding photography in that course, how to get a job as a photographer. But I haven't done a class where it's just like how to make money as a photographer. It's more just been a part of that big class. And then I have the wedding photography class, which is definitely geared towards, I feel like, the photographers who want to take it to the next level and make money with it. But I think that class would probably do well.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the make money topics are kind of popular. Really depends on the topic. I think you've hit a nerve. Like everyone has a camera, everyone has an iPhone or an Android phone. So even a good course on, cell phone photography or smartphone photography would be interesting. So, how did you get started on Udemy? How did you originally find out about it? And, how did you get your start?
Yeah, well, back in 2012, I was working at a college down in Orange County, actually, down in Irvine. It was a small technical school called Stanbridge College, and they had a small like nursing program and IT program, and I was on their media communications team. And one of the things they were doing was starting to put together some online courses that they could sell. And so I was just doing a bunch of research on online courses. Back then, like the MOOCs were the big thing. So platforms like Coursera and edX were so popular. And then I started hearing about like Udemy, and I knew Linda was around for a while, but Udemy was the first one where I saw the platform. And even back then, I thought it was like so cool where you could like take a course, you could write notes next to the lesson. It had like the whole like outline, and it was for anybody to try teaching. And so I heard about that through that research, and I just thought maybe I could teach a course. And so I taught that first course in October 2012. It was video editing in Final Cut Pro 7, which is a program that they don't even sell anymore. So that class is kind of null kind
of obsolete
now. Yeah, but it made like $60 in the first month, and it was like the first time where I was selling something online, doing a side hustle where it like actually made money. So it was like an amazing feeling getting that first month, and it's just grown from there.
That's awesome. You know, I see people in the Udemy studio post like, I made my first $5, you know, and I get so excited for them because I remember the first time I sold an ebook on the internet, and all I did was post this ebook on my website, and it was an ebook about how to sell on eBay. But suddenly one day I wake up, and overnight somebody had bought my ebook for $22.95. And I was like, whoa, it works.
Yeah.
You know, and to think about how when you understand internet marketing, you understand the numbers it takes to get, like, the number of people that have to visit your site. And then from that, the number of people that have to read your wholesales letter. And from that, the number of people, you know, it's a diminishing number, right? The number of people that actually click on the buy button. And from that, the number that might actually buy, you know, ends up being like 1 to 3% conversion rate out of 100 people, maybe 1 or 3 will buy. So understanding that, it just like the light bulb went off, and I was like, wow, if I can do this one time, I can do it a lot of times. And I think that's the light bulb that goes off with Udemy instructors when they get their first money, or they make their first enrollment and sale. It's like, whoa, this is real, and I can do it, and I just did it, you know. And it's like, it's the beginning of understanding passive income, and that exciting feeling of, you know what, I just separated myself from an hourly work, you know, trading dollars for hours. I just separated myself from that concept, and that's what I think. That's what I think is the light bulb that goes off in their head when they're so excited about making that first $5. And that's why I'm always like congratulating them, and, you know, liking their posts, because it is a great feeling.
I mean, that's why, like, after my first course, I just kept doing it, because like you said, you realize, okay, this can actually work. Okay, let me do another course and another course and another course. And then I have started co-teaching courses with my friends who they don't do Udemy on their own or do any sort of online business on their own. And then they realize, like, these courses actually make money. It's like crazy to them. And so, it's a pretty amazing thing. And I see those posts on Facebook too. And it's pretty amazing.
And for me, it's just like, I travel back in time to that moment when I made $22.95 on the internet, and I wasn't working, you know, an hour to make that $22.95. I wasn't doing anything. It happened overnight, literally. And then every morning I would wake up and check my email to see
I know.
how many sales came in.
That's what I still do that. And I mean, I'm making a lot of money. It's crazy how much on Udemy right now. And I still check my emails in the morning, and I see the sales that come in, and it's kind of addictive in a sense, because it gives you a little high, like, okay, more sales every time you check your email. It's like you see if there's sales or not. And sometimes I try to be like, okay, I can't check my emails because it doesn't really matter. It's like, just let it happen. But you get paid in the middle of the night. I get paid when I'm on a vacation or over the weekend. I mean, that's the coolest thing, is like, sometimes I think about, okay, how much money do I have to make per day to survive on Udemy? And traditionally you would think, okay, you have to work Monday through Friday and you get paid a certain amount every day of the week. But with Udemy, you're making money on the weekends. And so it's just amazing.
It's 24/7, right? 24/7, you're making money.
And and like you said, the amount of money you're making per hour of work is just so crazy compared to how much I make typically, because I still do a lot of freelance video editing and video work just because I want to stay in that industry. It's what I'm passionate about as well. And I want to just continue working with friends, doing cool projects. But my hourly rate for that is anywhere between, I'd say, like $30 to $50, sometimes more. But some of these classes, I'll put 40 hours into it, and it'll make $10,000, and I don't know what that hourly rate is, but it's a lot more than $40 an hour, and it just and then it will continue to grow as long as the course stays relevant. And so it's just amazing.